Hare Krishna, welcome to Morning Amrut Vani program. His Grace Rupavilas Prabhuji will be giving his transcendental words of wisdom. His Grace Ram Kripa Prabhuji will be reading the Namamrita, followed by Srila Prabhupada quote, followed by Srila Prabhupada Leelamrit. Thereafter, His Grace Satyahari Prabhuji will be reciting the slokas, Bhagavad Gita and Bhagavatam, and Achala Bhakti Mataji will be reciting the slokas of Chaitanya Charitamrita. Welcome to everyone once again. Hare Krishna.
हरे कृष्ण प्रभु दंडवत प्रणाम। ओम अज्ञानतिमिरान्धस्य ज्ञानाञ्जनशलाकया चक्षुरुन्मीलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरुवे नमः। His Divine Grace Srila Prabhupada की जय। His Holiness गोपाल कृष्ण गोस्वामी महाराज की जय। His Holiness भक्ति आश्रय स्वामी महाराज की जय। His Grace शिक्षा गुरु रूपविलास प्रभु की जय। अनंत कोटि वैष्णव वृंद की जय। Sri Namamrita, the nectar of the holy name. If one cannot bathe in water, he can bathe by chanting the Hare Krishna mantra. Pratha Kritya means that one should evacuate regularly and then cleanse himself by taking a bath. Actually, householders and vanaprasthas should bathe 2 times a day. Pratara madhyano snanam vanaprasthagra stoya. A sannyasi should bathe 3 times daily, and a brahmachari may take only 1 bath a day. Whenever one is not able to bathe in water, he can bathe by chanting the Hare Krishna mantra. See Chaitanya Charitamrita Madhya Leela 24.331. Hare Krishna. Srila Prabhupada quote, 4th February. The more you cleanse the temple, the more you decorate the deity, the more your heart becomes cleansed and you become spiritually decorated. Cleanliness is next to godliness. Material world means dirty things and spiritual world means clean. Calcutta, February 4th, 1977. Hare Krishna. Srila Prabhupada Leelamrita. After staying for 10 days, Abhay had returned to Allahabad. But remembering Jhansi, he had been unable to concentrate on his business. Something more important was on his mind: the need for an association of devotees propagating the teachings and practices of Krishna consciousness worldwide. With Gaudiya Math now broken into permanent schisms, his god brothers conducting their own private ashramas in separate locales, apparently impervious to any reconciliations. Something would have to be done if the overwhelming atmosphere of godliness were to be corrected. There must emerge, as Srila Bhaktivinoda Saraswati had envisioned, a league of preachers with activities worldwide. The nation of the world had sought unity through the League of Nations and recently through the United Nations. The League had failed, and so would the United Nations unless it recognized the true spiritual unity and spirit of all living beings in terms of their intimate relationship with the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Abhay did not expect any good to come of such organizations. Though they wanted peace and unity, their attempts were simply another feature of godlessness. No creating peace and unity was the duty of the Vaishnavas. Hare Krishna.
हरे कृष्णा दंड प्रणाम। भगवद गीता 18.14 अधिष्ठानं तथा कर्ता कर्णं च प्रतवध्यं विविधाश्च पृथक्त्वेष्टा दैवं चैवात्र पंचमम्। Translation: the place of action, the body; the performer, the various senses; the many different kinds of endeavor; and ultimately the super soul. These are the 5 factors of action. Srimad Bhagavatam 4.15.15 वायुश्चैवालज्वनै धर्म कीर्तिमयीं सृजम् इन्द्रे किरीटं मुकृष्टं दण्डं संयमन् समयमे. Translation: The demigod of air, Vayu, presented King Vayu Prathu with two whisks chamars of hair. The king of religion, Dharma, presented him with a flower garland which would expand his fame. The king of heaven, Indra, presented him with a valuable helmet, and the superintendent of death, Yamraj, presented him with a scepter which, with which to rule the world. Hare Krishna. Dandapada.
हरे कृष्णा प्रभु जी, दंडवत प्रणाम।
दंडवत प्रणाम।
हे माता विद्यानगरे साक्षी गोपाल, सेवा अंगीकार करी आचेन चिरकाल। Translation: Thus Sakshi Gopal stayed in Vidyanagar and accepted service for a very long time. Hare Krishna.
हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे। श्री श्री राधरास बिहारी भगवान की जय। ललिता सखी विशाखा माता की जय। गिरिराज गोवर्धन महाराज की जय। सीताराम लक्ष्मण हनुमान की जय। गौरांग निताय महाप्रभु की जय। शील प्रभुपाद की जय। मॉर्निंग चैंटिंग प्रोग्राम की जय। संवेद भक्त वृंद की जय। हिज होलीनेस गोपाल कृष्ण गोस्वामी महाराज की जय। चेतो दर्पण मार्जनम भवमहादावाग्नि निर्वापणम् श्रेय कैरव चंद्रिका वितरणम् विद्यावधू जीवनम् आनंदं बुद्धिवर्धनम् प्रतिपदं पूर्णामृता स्वादनम् सर्वात्मा स्नापनम् परम विजयते श्री कृष्ण संकीर्तनम्। Srila Prabhupada is saying that if you don't get chance for chanting the holy name, taking bath, then you can take bath in the holy name. It is said that the Ganga emanated from the feet of the Lord, and Gita emanated from the mouth of the Lord. And the name of the Lord and the Lord is non-different. So, like cleaning is very, very important part of our life. And Srila Prabhupada says, Grahasthas minimum 2 times, Sannyasis 3 times, Brahmacharis at least 1 time because he may be engaged more in seva. But if he doesn't get time, then he can take bath in the holy name. But yes, outer cleanliness is done by taking bath, and inner cleanliness happens when we chant sincere holy name of the Lord. So inner cleanliness and outer cleanliness are very, very important part. Suchi is a very important part. Without Suchi, there will never be a goodness in our life. And it is very important that whenever we go to toilet, whenever we go to bathroom, we have to wash ourselves very nicely. Whenever we go for any contamination place, we have to take bath. Plus, we have to see that the bath we take early in the morning. It is Brahma Muhurat bath is very, very important for devotees. During the Brahma Muhurat time, we should take the bath. That helps to energize our system very nicely. And we have to see that when you take bath, you can call Ganga, Yamuna, Saraswati, Godavari, Kaveri, Narmada, Sindhu, and invite them in the water. And when you invite them nicely and take the bath, it is like taking the bath in Ganga, Yamuna, Saraswati every day. So inviting the rivers and inviting the holy names will make you clean from inside and outside. The more you clean the temple, the more you decorate the deities, the more your heart becomes clean. Gundicha margin. Why did Chaitanya Mahaprabhu started the Gundicha margin? Because Chaitanya Mahaprabhu says, when you clean the temple, you're not cleaning the temple, you're cleaning your heart also. The more you nicely clean the temple, the more nicely the heart gets clean. That's why every day without fail, the temple which we have in our house, we should clean it nicely. We should decorate it nicely. Because the more nicely we decorate and more nicely we clean, that much our heart and our consciousness will get cleaned. That much will become closer to the Lord. Yes, Srila Prabhupada Lila Amrita. Prabhupada. See, these are the hard times of Srila Prabhupada. He returned to Allahabad, but he was remembering Jhansi and he was unable to concentrate on his business. More important, he was feeling in his mind the need for association of devotees, propaganda, the teaching of the practice of Krishna consciousness. So this thing was there in his mind for very long. How to create a league of preachers worldwide, which was the desire of Srila Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Maharaj. And we are seeing these are the hard times when the preaching movement was going on. The entire Gaudiya Math had been destroyed. Entire Gaudiya Math, everybody made their own temple and the preaching was just concentrated to their temple. And why did the Gaudiya Math break? Because they didn't follow the vision of Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Goswami Maharaj. Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Goswami Maharaj told that a governing body commission should be formed who will take on the mission of Gaudiya Math further. No one will take my seat. I do not want somebody to come and sit on my seat. But what happened after Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Maharaj left? Two groups immediately were formed and they were all fighting for the post which Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Maharaj. One group was holding the people with them, and the other group was holding the managerial post with them. And ultimately, they both started fighting and they plundered the money in the court. And that's why Srila Prabhupada knew in future, in ISKCON also such thing can happen. That's why he created BBT, Bhakti Vedanta Book Trust, which is independent of ISKCON. He knew that in managerial things there will be problem. But due to the problems, my book distribution, my message of the Lord should not be disturbed. And that's why he created a BBT that if ISKCON is also destroyed, not a problem. My another generation of people will come and read my books and they will create new ISKCON. So that's why creating an institution is not a big thing, but to maintain and run in a long term, in the exponential, because what Srila Prabhupada had left is 100 temples. Today we are having thousands of temples and lakhs of devotees. So the challenge every day in maintaining the temple is not easy. But when we stick to the principles of Srila Prabhupada, when we stick to the principles of keeping the Lord in the center, then the things can come aligned in all the line. Very, very important shloka today relating to the karma. Very important. Adhisthanam cha karta cha karanam cha prithika vidam vividascha prithaka chesta daivam chaivatra panchamam. So there are five factors. Any person who does the karma are because of these five factors. First is the place of action, the body. Wherever the body is there, huh, it becomes one reason for performing the action. The performer, that is called as the Atma. Atma is one of the reason. Second, we have various senses. According to our sense desire, huh, then there are different kind of endeavors. And ultimately, the fifth is called as the Lord. Lord gives the sanction for all the karmas, whether it is tamasi karma, rajasi karma, or sattvic karma. So any actions cannot be completed unless and until these five factors come in together. And the final factor is the Lord Himself. So every action, there is a sanction by the Lord, whether it is negative or positive. Somebody will say, then why Lord sanctions the negative karma? Because according to their past karmas and according to their desire, Lord gives them that way. अगर आपको एनिमल बनना है, आपकी डिजायर है कि मेरे को राक्षसी बनना है, then Lord will sanction you all tamasi activities by which you can easily leave this body and become a bhoot, pret and rakshas in next life. So Lord is the sanctioning of all the karmas. And we see in the Bhagavatam that how Vayudev, Dharma, Indra, Yamraj, and all the devatas are coming and gifting their gifts. Huh? Indra is giving the helmet, Vayudev is giving the chamar, Dharma is giving the garland, Vijay garland, Yamraj is giving the spectrum to Prithu Maharaj. So here we understand wherever the Lord appears, all the Devi Devatas come and give their blessings. So when you chant the holy name, when you serve the Lord, all the Devi Devatas will come and give you the blessings. As far as Sishi is concerned, Lord stayed there in the Vidyanagar to accept the seva of the devotee Brahmanas. And this we see in many cases. Like you see all the Vrindavan deities, especially the Govind Dev deities of Rupa Goswami, went to Jaipur. Why? Because of the love, out of the love of the devotee who installed him over there to take the seva of that devotees. So wherever the Shuddha Bhaktas are there, sometimes devotees go personally and take the seva. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare.